Stop eating my flatbread.
Jesus Christ. I literally just said I was going to start the recording. And here you are, interrupting me with your goddamn focaccia. I didn't ask. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Evolve Point. I'm Ignideus. That's Kalen, who has the flatbread. He's the moderator of the Reddit and such. And we also have SuchPettanko here, who's a fellow streamer. Say hello, both of you, in any order. This is interesting. I want to see who says hi first.
Oisu, SuchPettanko desu.
What the hell is that?
G'day, Sama, Jozu.
This is already a disaster. Is that a new intro you're trying out, Tonko? Oisu?
No, it's the thing. It's the thing that the host says. Oisu, nice to meet you desu. That's my favorite horse because it's horse week.
She's very
Oisu
nice.
Is a pretty common cutesy greeting in Japan. So at least online, says it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right.
Speaking of cute, we're all looking cute now, aren't we?
I know, right? You can notice that for this podcast, if you're watching the video version, you'll notice that we are all in the guild lounge in front of our guild chest, and we're all Umamusumes today, and we'll talk about that in a second. There's a lot of news to cover. First of all, there's the Evolving Chest event, of course, the Umamusume Collab, the update to 16-player lobby tournament times. There are exclusive alt arts for the NetEase version of the game. What else is new, I guess? That's just always been a thing. And more news than that also. We're going to cover esports. There's a lot of different events that happen both pre and post buff, as well as upcoming events. And then the main topic today is they just announced there's going to be an upcoming Shadowverse Channel stream that is going to cover the next expansion, and there's already some hints as to what it could be. Are you guys ready to just jump into it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's do it. The first piece of news, of course, is that the Evolving Chess event is live. So in this event, you have to be part of a guild. And honestly, it's really easy as long as you have active members in your guild to evolve your chess. All you really have to do is play games while in your guild lobby. And then it comes in 3 stages, and you want to get your chess to level 3 every time so that you get the maximum rewards.
You want to level it up 3 times. It goes to level 4.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. But it seems pretty easy, honestly. I thought this guild event would, actually require the guild members to be, actively pushing towards it with, whatever objective they have. But you literally just spam ladder games all in the guild lobby and you get there, really. So,
yeah, I'm at 52 individual points right now after 2.5 days. I've seen people on Reddit saying things like a meme popped off where, technically you could just do this on your own. You can make your own guild and play enough games and you'll get it done. It's a bit rough, but I mean, I guess that's the best way you could do this kind of event where it is technically possible solo.
I guess so, yeah. But honestly, it's way cooler to have an incentive to gather the guild mates in the lounge and actually play with them. Tom, what's your experience been so far with this one?
Sometimes I don't necessarily like if a gacha game forces me to join a guild to do things. It's just kind of inconvenient. But it's just so easy. This is so easy. And this system is so much better than the other regular chess event, dude.
Yeah, right.
It's so much easier to complete your own personal points that you need. And I don't know the exact comparison between these chess awards and the standard chess awards, but it seems like you pretty consistently get at least 2 packs and a legendary or so, maybe.
Yeah.
Whereas, from what I've seen, it's the average seems to be 1.5 legendaries and 2.5 packs. From every time I've seen people get rewards, usually it's like 2 packs, 2 legendaries, or like a legendary and a gold. I had a friend get 2 foil legendaries and 3 packs. It was crazy.
And
although the difference is the difference is that this chest event, you open up the chest maybe once every 3 days or so, as opposed to earning chests every day. But when all the chests you'd earn daily from the standard chest event, when every chest is so bad, I feel like I'd much prefer doing just minimal amount of effort and still get decent rewards every couple of days instead of getting such disappointing rewards every day,
Well,
I'm the guy that records what I get from every single chest event, so I have the numbers, so I know that this isn't the same, and it's not taking up the place of a normal chest event either. So I'm fine with it.
No.
I kind of wish it did, to be honest.
But I'd say like the Worlds Beyond chest events where you have to get like 50 chests in 10 days, they get you about 6.5 packs and a legendary worth. I'd say is what I've gotten from all of them. Which I mean. Yes, out of 50, you only get like 6, 7, 8 packs and a legendary worth of vials.
So
compared to yeah. I have the numbers for Shadowverse Classic as well. You would honestly, like legit, every chest event, if you got all 50 chests, get 20 card packs worth and probably like a legendary worth of vials.
Goodness gracious. Well, I mean, I've always said this as well. Like the main problem with the ladder chest event is that it's just so winning focused. And I've always said this, that events in game should be geared towards turning casuals into hardcores and not geared towards just rewarding hardcores, because the hardcores are just going to play anyway. So something like this is honestly way better. So yeah, I'm digging it. I think it's fine. And I think it's fine that it's easy, you know, so it's all good. IMO. Yeah?
Yep. I'm glad they added the feature of you're not allowed to kick people during the event as well, because that would have been toxic. That would have ruined the event.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to kick me out because I'm barely putting any effort contributing to the guild.
Playing freaking Digimon.
No.
Bro.
I've got the numbers on this guild.
Igni, you forgot to tell us
guild this month.
Igni, you forgot to ask us what we've been doing with the past week.
Yeah, I know what you've been doing. That's why I don't care. I was like,
I've been playing the game.
Caleb's been playing the game. I've been playing the game. Taka's been playing freaking Digimon, and I don't care.
I was curious. I wanted to hear what you were up to, Igni. I heard you almost got spirited away.
Yeah, that is true. Let's not talk about it. I don't want to. You know what? Let's pretend it didn't happen, so that I can not anger any supernatural forces. All right, next up we have the Umamusume Collab. Obviously, it's the big talk of the town, and huge props to how they handled this. So it's the first collab in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, but they're calling it a mini collab, even though there's actually quite a lot that you can get from this collab. It's kind of surprising that they called it a mini collab.
If this is a mini collab, what's a real collab?
Yeah, I know, right? So it lasts from October 8th to October 28th, so there's still a lot of time for you to log in. And there's a couple of angles to this event. First of all, there's these missions where it's really easy missions, honestly. You just complete a normal mission or evolve 5 times, blah, blah, blah. And you get the Haru Urara card style for Bellringer Angel, and you get the Oguri Cap card style for Odin Twilight Fate. And very, very, very importantly, one of the missions is so easy, play 20 followers, and it gives you a copy of Odin, which is so good.
I didn't even know that. You just get a whole Odin? The best card in the meta?
Yeah, the best card in the game, you just get one. Which is so good, not only for people who need to enhance their collection, but it's also amazing for people who download the game because of the collab. And they can right away play Oguri Cap in their deck. It's just so smart and so generous. And I'm actually, we often criticize Shadowverse Worlds Beyond when they do something stinky, but honestly, huge props to how they handled this event.
It's actually kind of alarming. This collab almost seems too good to be true, dude.
And that's not all, by the way. That's not all, because you also get daily login rewards. You get the track wear, you get Umamusume ears, you get card packs, you get emblems, you get sleeves. And the cosmetics that you can buy are only purchasable with rupees, which is the free currency you get just by playing the game. So, if you're already good on packs, you can just get that with rupees. It's not purchasable with crystals, so it's not like a pay-to-win collab or anything. It's literally with the in-game currency. And you also
I believe
get
the number is 3,100 rupees for all the stuff in the shop.
Yeah,
so
I already bought all of it.
2 packs. Yeah, same.
Wait, you actually bought? I just bought the ones I'm using. Damn.
I bought all of them because they're limited time, so I'm like, well, I want to have everything, so I'm just gonna get it.
The devs must have known they could have made bank at least with the cosmetics. Even just selling them for 200 crystals, people would have bought it. But everything is with in-game currency, just normal currency. It's
great.
It's too good. What's the catch?
No, and not only that, but on the weekend lobby tournaments, they're calling it the Uma Pyoi Cup, and you can get the special gestures in the game where you can do the little heart emote or a dance emote. I don't have it, and neither does Tanko, because we forgot to do the weekly lobby tournament last week.
That's why. That's why we're not using the emotes, because we forgot to do the tournament.
But
we don't have them.
If you look on the screen right now, you can see Kaylin doing them. So
I, in fact, won my tournament.
Hey, congratulations.
Nice. Hey.
So I got the screenshot of me in this fit winning.
The only thing that I don't like about this event, and it's like the most nitpicky thing ever, is that the emblem you get from the Umamusume tournament is freaking Congregant of Destruction. Who cares? I think it would have been better if it was like... it would have been better if it was like Director Aikawa or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
it could have been nice.
If they're gonna be committing to the Umamusume bit, might as well get the emblem. I think it's because it's the one emblem you get like throughout the entire month. That's why.
But it's such it's such a nitpick that it doesn't matter at all. So, yeah. Also, there's also the celebration giveaway that's happening until October 19th, so 5 days from recording this. You can talk on Twitter. What you have to do is just follow the Worlds Beyond account and then repost the relevant X giveaway posts or whatever. And you might become one of 10 lucky winners who gets 10,000 yen in Apple or Google Play gift card. So that's interesting. Like $80 or something like that. It's not nothing. I never win these, so it doesn't matter.
I forgot to do that.
Yeah, I forgot to do that too, but I honestly never win those, so it doesn't matter to me. Anyway, I just wanted to say, what a freaking amazing collab! Like, I think they know that they generated a lot of negative PR with a lot of their fumbles early on in the launch, and I think this is them trying to sort of turn the narrative around, honestly. And good, because this is amazing.
All they had to do to restore player goodwill, at least to some extent, was just bring Umamusume in. Like, that's what we've been saying the whole time. It just wasn't Uma collab, bro.
You say that, but they could have handled this so much worse, right? Like, remember the Hatsune Miku collab? That should have gotten 10 bajillion players to play Shadowverse, but they handled it so bad that nobody cared. This is, like, genuinely incredible. You have to give credit where credit's due.
This is one of the best collabs, even when you compare with Shadowverse 1 collabs. Even the Shadowverse 1 collabs didn't go this hard.
Yeah,
at least without paid products.
But also, we have a lot more room to have collab materials in that Park has emotes and clothing and stuff.
That's true, yeah. But that's just like, I mean, look at the freaking Park as well. If you're looking at the video right now, you might notice the rotating wheel of Rowans. I did that, don't worry about that. But there's also on the TV, it's just playing Umamusume Densetsu on the TV in Park, and it's like so cool that they're able to do that for collabs like this. I just think it's great. And honestly, if they keep doing events like this, or, honestly, even also events like the Battle Dungeon from a couple weeks ago, like free events that just like get players into the game, it's just, I think they really are trying to turn their negative PR around. Honestly, it's going to be hard to, I don't think they'll ever recover their Steam reviews, but if
that's not getting recovered.
No, but like stuff like this makes it easier for existing players like us to recommend the game to other people, you know what I mean? There's no more like caveat like, oh, but it's not as bad as it seems. It's like, no, it's genuinely good, and like that's a good thing that we can just like recommend it to people now. So, props.
Enjoy it while we still can.
You're so. You know what? Maybe I'm too hope-pilled, but like, I think this might be a turning point.
You're the that's your role. You're the hope-pilled individual. I'm the token doomer player. Like that's what I represent right now.
Yeah, I think we all just...
Me as a token doomer player, I'm satisfied. I'm happy. I'm happy the first time I've been in months.
I just think that I hope. God, I hope that this is like not the end of this trajectory, and I hope that they keep doing stuff like this.
It's just the beginning, right? Surely.
If they go back to the way they've been doing shit, it's gonna be like, oh, come on, man, I had so much hope in you. So, fingers crossed. All right. Next piece of news, the 16-player lobby tournaments have had their time extended. Oh my god, it's another good piece of news. No freaking way. So
me and Igni, we had no excuse really for missing the lobby tournament this time because they expanded the window so much, right? Because for me, usually the lobby tournament start and end from like 1 a.m. to like 7 a.m. or something like that. So for me, I have to physically stay up several hours longer to even participate. But this time, I can actually play in the regular time. I just didn't.
Yeah. So basically, they extended the time period that you can join the lobby tournament from now on, at least the 16-player ones, from 6 hours to 16 hours, which should mean that every single time zone in the world is covered, pretty much. And there's literally no excuse to not play the lobby tournaments now. My excuse is that I'm in Japan and I went walking and touching grass instead. But that is my excuse. Tanko, what's your excuse?
I was streaming Digimon TCG, and the day before that, I was playing Gundam TCG. So just playing everything except Shadowverse.
But yeah,
I brought
just a great
Disdain Dragon like I bring every time, and I won this time. Yeah.
Good job. And I think some people might be wondering, like, well, why didn't they just do this at the start? I think, like, honestly, they didn't realize how populated the thing would be. And, like, obviously, when the time period is shorter, it concentrates the amount of players into that time period, so it's easier to find a lobby. But I think they're, like, realize that no matter what, there's, like, at least 16 people to play a lobby tournament, so it's fine to extend it.
It's also impressive that the lobby tournament mode seems to be the most unstable. It's had the most technical issues in the game so far.
That is true. I guess it's sort of tied to Park, like, intrinsically in a way that the other events are, like, are not really. So maybe that's why. But also, like, it's true. But they also did, like, rectify the technical difficulties with, like, the new system where you can get a lobby ticket if you get kicked out or whatever. So and I had people in my chat confirm that they were able to receive a lobby ticket when they experienced technical difficulties. So, you know, they're honestly, maybe I'm too hope-filled, but it feels like they're genuinely trying to make amends for their fumbles. Yeah.
I'm glad that they're making an effort. Thank goodness.
Yeah, right. All right, next piece of news is the Chinese exclusive alt art for Sagelight Teachings. That's right. Once again, Global does not get what NetEase gets. For Sagelight
time to go back
Teachings,
to complaining.
So, like, as you know, in the NetEase version of the game, they even have, like, a Barbaros leader that we don't have. They also have now the Edelweiss limited edition items for the Chinese national holiday or something like that, where you get a home background, a sleeve, an emblem, a flare, and a card style of Edelweiss next to a giant strawberry birthday cake. And
it's a whole new art.
As a login reward, you also get a smartphone skin and a shirt with a chibi Edelweiss holding a strawberry that says sweet on it. So, yeah. And I have to make this clear. If you're wondering why NetEase in China gets cosmetics that we don't get, it's because correct me if I'm wrong, because I just heard this secondhand, but I believe in China, if you want to release a game there, you have to do it through a company that is Chinese. So basically, NetEase just gets the game from Cygames, and Cygames did all the work on the base game, and then the NetEase devs can just add on to it, which, you know, is a little... It feels like a little unfair because they get so much props for just, like, slightly adding something, like a 1% add on top of what Cygames did, and then people end up lambasting the global version of the game, but it just is what it is, I guess. So, I don't know, it's a cute art. I wish we did get it in global.
I wonder, does NetEase get a trade-off? Like, do they also still get the same collabs that we get, like the Umamusume collab?
They might.
I'm
not entirely sure.
There might be a chance.
But
there might be a chance that they just miss out on some stuff as well too. But
I remember back in Classic, the NetEase collab, the NetEase version was like a couple like weeks behind the main game. So like
Yeah.
new patches and stuff would be late for NetEase, and that was the trade-off. But yeah, like, I just want everybody to know that, like, it's not because Cygames hates you that they're not putting this in the global version. It's because the NetEase devs can just add on top like 0.1% of what the main devs did, and give
theoretically,
it to their audience. Yeah.
Theoretically, Cygames could add the NetEase exclusives eventually, like later on, because they did that exactly one time in Classic. We got two NetEase exclusive leaders back in Classic, way back in the early days, and then never again. Because we never got any other exclusives. Yeah.
We never got the bell ringer leader, which I have no idea how they actually implemented that. We never got that rumored auto chess mode that the NetEase version was working on as well.
But to be fair, that auto chess mode was like really late into the game's lifespan. They were already working on Worlds Beyond by then, so like, whatever. All right. Anyway, pretty cool. I wish we can get it eventually. Hope so. Fingers crossed, because it's a really cute art, and Edelweiss is a really cute girl. So we can only hope.
They even get an Edelweiss shirt and phone for Park.
I said that.
Oh.
I literally. Are you listening?
I want an Edelweiss.
I'm reading the article.
And...
Got to be one of my favorite songs from The Sound of Music.
So true. Next up, there is a Shadowverse Worlds Beyond pop-up store in Akihabara. And if you're wondering why my audio sounds different than usual, it's because, once again, I am still in Japan. But once again, all the events that I actually want to see happen when either before I come or after I leave Japan. Because this takes place on October 25th until November 9th, which is 2 days after I leave Japan.
Ooh, missed timing.
Why? Why would they do that? Oh, man. They say here that new merchandise will be sold and a raffle will be held. So if you are interested and you're in Japan, go there. Good stuff. Okay, I think that is all the news except for the fact that the main issues article has once again been updated. Most of it is like minor bugs that we already talked about previously, but if you want to know about that, you can just go on over to the Shadowverse news website yourself. It's all pretty minute stuff. It doesn't really matter. But, you know, it's an update, so figured I'd let you guys know. Okay. Now, this is the fun part, because there have been a lot of events recently. So let's talk about the tournaments and stuff in the esports side of this podcast. There actually is one that we missed from 2 weeks ago. I don't know how this evaded my notice, but so this is pre-buff. The STO Unity Battle 2025 happened, which was like an event in Taiwan. Team WLU won, and it's a 3v3v3 tournament. So basically, so it's 3 players per team, and the winner got 50,000 new Taiwan dollars, which is Google. $1,600 US. So there you go.
That's so decent. Yeah, sure.
It's decent. I mean, especially because the purchasing power is different in Taiwan, right? So, but yeah, it was a whole thing. They even had like a whole stream. It was pretty sick. I can't believe I missed it. I think it's pretty cool. So, but you know, no surprises. It was like a lot of loot, a lot of crests. It was before the buffs too, so no puppet or anything. And, yeah, I mean, honestly, the buffs didn't really affect the meta that much anyway, so it's still relevant to know. And then there are a couple of stuff that's really interesting here. The Extra Championship Fukuoka just happened. It actually happened while I was in Japan, but I couldn't register because by the time I got here, it was already sold out. And yeah, it's kind of insane how big Japan esports for Shadowverse Worlds Beyond is, really. It's like literally thousands of players. So that's super cool. Unfortunate that I wasn't able to take part, but it was won by DFM Mill, who won with Roach Forest and Crest, like classic Roach, no strings. Like, that's pretty interesting. The bug is still alive. What do we think about
that? Smash it with a thong.
Good old Roach. Nothing beats Roach.
I need to clarify to the audience, Caleb means an Australian thong, which is a flip-flop. Not a piece of women's underwear.
I mean...
I thought you said tongue as in the kitchen utensil. But
he also... I mean, he also won with Crest. I guess no surprises there. That deck is absolutely freaking demonic. So,
they started running Rodeo this month. It's crazy. They've been
run Rodeo since SVO a couple months ago, dude. We've been covering that. You just don't watch the tournaments I cast for some reason because you hate me.
True.
So it's been so long since last time I've even seen Roach. Is Roach just like still good against everything? Because it can still OTK through Spell Boost and Crest, right? Like,
I think I know Crest is difficult because there's a lot of wards in Crest, so tricky.
You still play Wilbert and stuff, and you can still go wide, yeah. But,
it's a little trickier, but it's still really good, particularly against Boost, which is undeniably one of the top 2 decks in the format right now, alongside Crest. So if you queue into a Boost, you just queue up the Roach, and it's like an instant win for you. It's like so favored for you that it's like not even. Yeah. Also, the second Otayado Cup happened. Also won by DFM Mill. He won 2 tournaments kind of back to back. Yeah,
he's on a generational run.
The Otayado Cup, by the way, is really weird. It's like a sponsored event where the people who organized it are company that prevents people in Japan from getting scammed by real estate agents or something like that. Brilliant. It's very weird, but it's a big thing. Otaku and Rigze casted it, so it's like actually a real tournament. It's just like so odd that like what is this company that's hosting it? I don't understand. So yeah, there you go. Pretty interesting. Speaking of Rigze, he also did the Rigze Cup that happened just a couple days ago. I can't see the deck list, unfortunately. This is an event that's actually, I think, sponsored by Tonamel, which is like a tournament organizing website. So big shout out to Rigze for pushing the Worlds Beyond like influence out there. And the top 8 of this tournament will qualify to the Rigze Championship, which will hold eventually. And I believe the winner got like a 2,000 yen Amazon gift card or something. I don't actually remember, but it's like it's a cool community tournament hosted by a really big figure in the scene. So figured I'd mention it. Also, Rigze once again held the second Shadowverse Strongest Trio Battle. And this is one I do actually want to talk a little bit more in depth about and get your thoughts on it, because this is one of the events, once again, that's semi-official-ish, kind of, not really, but where they reach out to like really big content creators in Japan to like play the game and showcase it on a semi-competitive level. So in this event, we had Kaga Nazuna and Shinomiya Runa from Vispo, so my Oshis, and then Sakura as well. And then the other team is Shibuya Hal, Shinji, Karubi. And then another team is Francisco, Totomix, and Elu. And then the last team is, I'm so sorry, it's like 3 VTubers I don't really recognize. But anyway, it's like, I wish we had events like this in English, man. Where's our influencer marketing is what I'm trying to say.
Well, we had that Cecilia versus, was it Bales?
It was Cecilia and Gigi.
No, Gigi, yeah. Yeah.
But that was like one time, and it was barely anything. I don't know. Man.
And one of them, Gigi was supposed to do a practice stream and then canceled that, so it was just a match.
How come we didn't get a Cecilia pop at all, Todd? It would have been perfect.
But I just think that, with Japan, it's like so big here that they are able to get that pull and get these bigger names to play it. And the team who won, by the way, if you're curious, is the Shibuya Hal, Shinji, and Akami Karubi one.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Shibuya Hal is like one of the best people who plays video games ever, so it does make sense. But
I'm pretty sure that guild consistently tops the rankings in like top 10 for guilds in this game.
But I just wish that, I don't know. Like, I think this is a really cool event, and again, shout-outs to Rigze. And huge shouts to Rigze, because he actually he's a Vispo fan like me, and now he actually gets to hold events with Vispo members in it. I think he must be feeling crazy. Yeah. It's awesome. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wish that...
it'd be nice if we got large-scale, huge sponsored streams like that with like big names, because the most iconic sponsored event we had in Classic was that tournament that had it had More Calliope,
And
Kiara, Giguk, as well as one of the voice actresses that does a lot of Shadowverse stuff, Faye Mata. They did a buddy system, held a tournament and a bunch of side games with them as well too for one big event. And that actually did bring a lot of attention. I know so many people that started getting into Shadowverse because Kiara mentioned Shadowverse or Caddy played a Shadowverse, you know?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and imagine if they went further than that too and like had like an alt art to coincide with the activation or something. That would be stonks. So
exactly.
And I also feel like Buddy System was kind of in the middle of Shadowverse's lifespan, whereas with this one you can get people on board way easier because it's a brand new thing, right? So I don't know. I think there's a missed opportunity here that we might hopefully see capitalized on later. All right. Next up, we have the Taiwan Open Season 2. Oh no, sorry. Wait, before we get into that, there's another tournament that Rigze was a part of. Bro is everywhere.
Jesus.
Called the Mira TV Cup. It's hosted by this app called Mira TV. I believe it's a Japanese like phone-based live streaming app, and they're pushing into this space. And the person who won it is his name is Sweet Potato, and he won with Tempo Forest and Mode Abyss, beating out like 5 crests in the top 8. So big shouts, good job.
Heck yeah,
we haven't seen Tempo Forest mentioned in a hot minute. It kind of it had a couple of tops and then just sort of disappeared for a bit, but it's still kind of around sometimes.
It's back, baby. So if you guys aren't aware, Tempo Force is the Roach build that runs more aggressive tools, and then if your aggression doesn't work, you just Miera Bane and go into a control game plan.
Yeah, you play Fairy Pile Slop until you run out of steam and just switch to Jerry and get a draw engine.
I love encountering that deck playing Disdain because I always win.
Didn't Tanko play this once? Huh.
Yeah, I streamed Tempo Forest for one stream. It was okay. Although I acknowledge my problem playing the deck where a lot of times I kind of just saw Jerry and just played Jerry just because I don't want to play Forest. Like I acknowledge that timing Jerry for later on is really important for their deck. I just want to play Jerry.
Yeah, figuring out when you should pivot is really important. And you decided not to figure it out and just play it.
Me see Jerry, me play Jerry. I'm a simple man with simple needs.
Now let's talk about STO Season 2 Day 1. This is like one of the first big tournaments after the balance patch, and it saw unprecedented levels of Puppet Portal signups. So first place deck is obviously Cresthaven with 308 players. Then Rune with 279, Loot Sword with 149, Mode with 142, and then Puppet in 5th place with 83 players playing it. Unfortunately, we have the stats and the playoff conversion for the people who made it to day 2. Only 5 Puppet players made it to day 2. So,
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Puppet did something that's good enough for me.
Yeah, so 33 spell boosts, 31 crests, 19 mode abysses, 12 loot swords, 9 mid-range abysses, and 5 puppet portals made it. Well, I mean, you beat out Roach Forest, so that's good. Congratulations.
Yay! I did that. My deck did that.
Unfortunately, this is once again, by the way, shoutouts to Jif for providing the data. The Puppet Portal had a performance delta of almost -40, so GG. Meanwhile, in the top 5 represented decks, the deck that is the most performant looks like it's Mode Abyss with a performance delta of 33.4, so pretty good. Pretty good. The deck, by the way, that had the highest performance delta ever is Aggro Abyss. Only 5 people brought it, but 1 did make it to day 2, giving them a performance delta of 100. But that might just be an anomaly, so we won't count that. All right, pretty cool. Yeah, that's obviously going to continue in later dates. We'll talk about that a little bit more in upcoming events. And then finally, for things that already happened, was the SVO Grand Finals bracket reveal stream that I did with Chris Different Fight. It was a really short stream where we just like showcased the story of the players and all that. And I just want to say, go check that out. It's only like half an hour if you're curious about who the players are. And that leads us into the upcoming events, because the big one is the SVO Grand Finals that I will be casting with Chris Different Fight. It's going to be an offline event in October 25th to 26th in Singapore. The players will literally be flown out to that event as well.
Nice.
So it's really cool to have an offline. Honestly, like after COVID, I feel like most like tournament organizers were like, oh, we can save a lot of money by simply doing everything remote, and we figured out how to do remote now because of COVID. But like, so seeing an actual offline is really nice. I'm glad that I get to be a part of it anyway. So cool. Also, STO Season 2 Day 2 is of course happening on October 18th and 19th, which is really soon, this weekend. So if you want to see if Puppet Portal can make it all the way, you can tune into that. And then the finals of that will be on October 25th. So it's still this month before the next balance patch. And for the final upcoming event that I want to talk about, it's going to be the Shadowverse Extra Championship, the last one, which is another way to qualify for World Grand Prix. It's happening in Aichi in Japan on November 23rd. So honestly, quite a while from now. It'll be well into the next expansion. So like, but I will say the participation tickets are sold out already. So but I think you can still sign up to actually play in the tournament. It's just that for like attending the event, it's already sold out, which is crazy. Once again, Worlds Beyond is freaking massive in Japan. It's kind of unreal. Yeah. And that is it for all of the esports topics. I feel like I've just been talking nonstop. Do you guys have any thoughts on the results that I talked about so far? It seems like obviously Crest is doing well, but Forest kind of doing better in the upper echelons than it is on ladder for sure. And Abyss also taking names here. What do you guys think?
I looked at the ladder stats for the Beyond players, and it looks like Portal is pretty comfortably in last now. A deck came out, basically just a cheating deck with Feeny, Ignideus, and Jerry, and that seemed to really counter Crest, and that exploded on the meta.
What's his name? It's like Toby. Toby made that, I believe. So yeah, he popularized that deck. He's like a really big streamer in Japan for Shadowverse, and he basically invented that dragon list, and he's in Beyond with it, I'm pretty sure. So it's kind of amazing. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Tanko, about the results? Crest, Mode, Forest taking names in the higher echelons of competition here.
Man, Spell Boost is such a fake deck. Where's all the Spell Boost tops? You know, this isn't exactly pertinent to this cycle of tournaments that you talked about here, but I just think it's really funny that the first and so far only SVO Spell Boost top we've had was just the most recent one. There's only been one Spell Boost win in SVO so far, which is really funny. But that's obviously because Spell Boost is the most targeted deck in the entire meta.
Oh yeah, I mean,
every person has to bring a counter.
So well.
Exactly, yeah. Every lineup has to have a counter against Spell Boost, which is why it's not technically topping as much. But obviously, it's also still extremely popular, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. So, good stuff. Lots of events happening in the Shadowverse competitive world, and keep your eye out because it's still going to have quite a few events until the World Grand Prix happens in December. So, if you want to watch actual competition, that's the way to do it. All right, now we are finally on to the main topic, baby. It is going to be the upcoming Shadowverse Channel that was just announced, and it's some pretty interesting stuff. So for people who are unaware, Shadowverse Channel is basically like the Nintendo Direct of Shadowverse, where they tell you what's going on in the next patch. And a couple of really interesting things to note right off the bat. This program will have the voice actress for Dreitzen, which is exciting, as well as the voice actor. Well, she's always there, but we also have the voice actor who plays Tanuki, who's the little buddy.
Oh, in that little thing, yeah.
And it says here that she loves, and then it's censored what she loves. So maybe what she loves will be tied into what will be revealed here. And then if you look at the key art for this Shadowverse channel, you'll notice that it takes place in an airship in the sky, and literally on the table, there's a model of the Grand Cipher. So it's almost undoubtedly a Grand Blue Fantasy collab pack. So, yeah. Cool.
I was going to mention, when this Uma collab got announced with the Urara and Oguri Cap, I thought that was going to lead into this next expansion being an Umamusume tie-in. But then once we actually got this mini collab, there's so much in it that it turns off the idea of a full-on Uma collab coming out next month, because like there's so much content here already. They would have trailed this into the collab properly and like had them tie together a bit more to keep hype going. So that it's going to be maybe a Grand Blue collab, yeah, that kind of makes a little sense, because I've always said that the accelerated release schedule for expansions was probably to keep a game tie-in collab expansion on time at some point in the future. Maybe we caught up to that.
I'm not actually sure. Okay, so the program, of course, is happening on October 21st. I'll just say that right out of the gate, just to give the information. But is there something major happening with Grand Blue next month that makes this a good time to do a tie-in? I'm not actually sure, because I'm not really locked in on Grand Blue, so I'm not.
Yeah, I like the anime, and I like the cards in Shadowverse, but I would never play that game. That's a gacha game.
No,
you just got kicked for being AFK.
Oh no! Wait, let me log back into the guild lounge. God damn it. Okay, but yeah, so
I've only played Grand Blue extremely casually. Like, I pretty much just log in for whenever they have a special event. I just log in for free summons, to be honest. But I don't think there's anything particularly incredibly special coming out within the next month. But I just think it's so funny how the spoiler, the hint, the teaser for the next set is so unsubtle. I almost can't help but think it's bait. Like, it's too obvious, right?
It's not. How could it possibly be bait? How could they do this and then it's not Grand Blue?
I know they're not gonna switch you. I know they're not gonna switch you and be like, oh, here's Princess Connect instead. I know they're not gonna do that. It's just so strange how direct and obvious the spoiler is.
Yeah.
Although that being said, though, if I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of hoping we'd get like original content for the next expansion. Like, I'm glad to see a new Grand Blue set, but after doing 3 releases of familiar faces, I was kind of hoping for something completely fresh. But Grand Blue sets are fun though, so I guess it's fine.
My out there,
I wonder, right?
Starforge Legends 2, but I don't think we're getting that yet.
I wonder if they're like doing the collabs, like they're just doing them all quite early into the release life of the game to like get that kind of momentum of like, hey, check this game out, and then like later on they'll start doing the original stuff once they actually get a lot more people in. Yeah, I kind
of figured we'd get more just normal or smaller scale collabs first before doing a whole collab booster. Because this being a full collab booster, that implies that most of the cards are going to be, you know, the actual Grand Blue characters, not just altars or whatever. And that also, because this is most likely going to be like a real collab, that also means we're going to have to actually buy collab leaders. So we're going to see how they handle those this time.
Do you think they called the Umamusume collab a mini collab to mentally prime you for a for a macro collab in the Grand Blue set that's coming out?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I will pay 1,000 crystals for a Zoe Dragon leader, but I'm not buying any others. Like, can't do that. That's not justifiable at that price.
Surely they're gonna bring back a whole lot of familiar faces from the first collab, from Classic, which means I can finally get Fairy, not Forestcraft Fairy, but Grand Blue Fairy, obviously, with actual updated art. Fairy is my favorite character, but her first art is kind of scuffed, though, to be honest.
My favorite character in Grand Blue is Vasaraga, so hopefully I get him. Other than that, I'm good. I like Buster
the
and
original
I like Zoe. They're my two favorites.
based. The original Grand Blue collab expansion was Brigade of the Sky, and that was the eighth expansion, ninth card pack we got in Classic. So this is way sooner than Classic had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're trying to like build up the momentum of like, let's get a critical mass of players into the game first, and then like get the ball rolling from there. And I kind of get that.
When do we get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tie-in expansion, or maybe SpongeBob?
Nobody gives a crap
That's
about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Magic the Gathering has that covered.
That might be controversial, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a collab for old people. Nobody cares.
Yeah, real.
And it works in Magic because it's mostly old people, so.
All right.
I don't think they're happy it's happening.
I don't want to start beef on the Evolved Point podcast, bro.
We'll talk about that on my channel. That's a discussion on my stream.
Before we wax poetic about our predictions and stuff, I do want to mention one thing that's really interesting. So alongside the voice actors I mentioned, of course, there's also going to be Tomoda-san, who is one of the main commentators for Japanese Shadowverse. But very importantly, one of the presenters this time is Ryo, who was a Shadowverse Evolve ambassador, but now it seems that his title has been upgraded, Shadowverse IP ambassador. So that's a big deal. He got promoted, I guess. And I wondered if so Ryo, if you guys didn't know, he's also an ex-pro player. And another ex-pro player, Rumoi, is also working at Cygames now for Shadowverse, and Rumoi tweeted that he and Ryo are going to be working together on Worlds Beyond going forward. I wonder if they were brought in for their knowledge of the community and competitive play. This is all speculation, by the way. I have no idea what they're doing. But if Cygames is leveraging these talented and knowledgeable individuals to make better moves in terms of how both they design cards, but also how they interact with the community, I think that's a huge step in the right direction. I mean, again, speculation, but maybe it's Ryo who said hey, make the Uma collab free. might be. So hey. I think it's a good sign, honestly. I think it's a really good sign.
Hey, you know who isn't in this stream? Have we talked about KMR yet on the podcast?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Oh, did we not?
Say, I don't
remember. I don't think we did.
I was just pulling it up to see if that news came out before or after the last podcast, and I'm pretty sure it came out after.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it now, I guess, in the main topic here. Yeah, Kimura Yuito, who is the main producer of Shadowverse, has stepped down, and honestly, I don't think it's anything crazy. I think it's just because he's been doing it for 10 bajillion years, and he wants to not die early, so that's totally fair.
Well, it's not just Kama stepping down from Shadowverse specifically. He's just stepping down from Cygames stuff in general due to health.
Because he was also the game director of Grand Blue for the last 10 or 11 years, right?
He stepped down from Grand Blue first, and then he did ROB, Grand Blue, Shadowverse, and Precone, and I believe this he's basically stepping down from Shadowverse last. So that's a big statement, I think. And honestly, good for him. Go focus on yourself, man. You've done a lot of good work, so that's all I gotta say. But there's a new director. We don't really know who it is, in terms of we might have the name, I'm not sure, but we don't really know who they are in terms of like what work they've done. But we're just gonna have to see how it shakes up in the medium term future, I guess, right?
Is this why the Uma collab is so good? Because KMR is left? No.
100% no. It's definitely KMR still handled this. I know that you're saying that as a joke, but somebody will probably say that ironically. So, yeah, that sucks. But yeah, I mean, I think that's good. Good for him. Focus on your life, man. Not your entire life shouldn't just be slaving away for the company, so I respect that. But yeah, I think the Ryo and Rumoi thing is actually a really good sign. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's kind of the dream to go from playing a game you love to building the game you love, so congratulations on that front for sure. I hope that these former competitive players keep in mind the people that aren't competitive players, the little Timmies that just want to get it their login pack and play in the park a little bit. That's what I heard.
I don't know what their responsibilities are, but I don't think you have to worry about that because I've talked to Rio. I've met Rio, and as the ambassador for Evolve, he was always like at like events for Evolve and like trying to get people into the game and doing like, and he was like overseeing. Maybe not overseeing, but he was there as there was like teaching events happening and stuff like that. So I don't think you have to worry about that. And he like, I think it's fine. I think you don't have to worry about that with Rio at least. So. I just think it's it's smart to use their insights to make better like decisions on how to interact with the community as well. So again, maybe I'm too hopium pilled, but that's kind of my take on it.
This is the hopium episode. This is
well, I mean,
we're allowed
to feel
good,
man. Like as long as we talk shit when they fuck up, but you also got to give credit where credit's due. That's the only way you get anything done, right?
Yeah, when the game earns praise, we'll give it, and we've been giving it. So good for a game.
Well, let's fingers crossed. Once again, that Shadowverse Channel takes place on October 21st, so 1 week from recording. It'll be streamed on YouTube as usual. Go check that out. People will probably be doing reactions to it as well. And of course, like after the channel, I will also be making a video summarizing all of the news that happened during the live streams.
And on the note of KMR retiring, I just got to say, one last Nexto for the road. What a man. Living legend for the game.
Yeah, I know. I wish
he got us a lot of memes.
Honestly, what I want is for them to do a next with the new producer. Like, get his name and face out there.
That would be huge.
Maybe. Would be good. You know? And, like, talk about... Because, like, from the first next that we had, like, last year or whatever, we're already through all of the expansions that were teased in that first next with Heirs of the Omen. And then now this one is a Grand Blue set. I think it'd be cool if they teased, like, the next few sets going forward as well, like they did before. So, it'd be nice. All right. I mean, I think that's all that I have to say. Do you guys have any other thoughts on that?
Well, in terms of the actual collab itself, what our predictions for what it can have, I expect that there's going to be a lot of the more iconic Grand Blue characters, a lot of which probably were in the first collab from Classic, like Zoe, like Fairy, and so on and so forth. They wouldn't bring back Super Skybound art. There's no way, right? As the mechanic. So to give context, Super Skybound art was a mechanic from the second Grand Blue collab in Classic, where it's a type of effect that has a condition where you can only activate it on turn 10 for regular Skybound art, and also additional effects at turn 15 for Super Skybound. But that number goes down whenever a card evolves. So it's like a spell boost follower, where if you have that Grand Blue card in hand, whenever it sees an evolve, that number goes down, and you can play the effect earlier. So say if a Skybound art sees 3 evolves, you can play it on turn 7. But I doubt we would see it, not just because it's a mechanic that's, in a mechanic like that in a format where there's not enough free evos anyway. I highly doubt they do that. And also, Super Skybound art was kind of flavorful for the Eternals specifically for the most part. So,
yeah. Also, like you said, I just there's just way less free evolves in Worlds Beyond than there was in Classic, and I think that's a good thing. Honestly, like making evolves like actually something you have to think about is good.
But so, what if they do Skybound art and they start printing a lot more free evos in set 4? What if set 4 is when we start seeing the evo slap? Yeah.
Can we please not accelerate that quickly towards the end?
What if? Oh, you guys loved Goldaria. What if every deck had like 5 Goldarias?
I want to say this real quick. I feel like because there's like a bajillion characters in Grand Blue, we could wax poetic for 10 million years on what we think is going to happen. So instead, let's just do one prediction you actually think is going to happen and one like swing for the fences prediction. I'll go first so you guys can think about it. I think one prediction that I actually think will happen is that they're going to use some of the super popular characters that they haven't used in previous collabs. For example, Belial, super popular.
We never got Belial.
Hell.
Yeah.
Let's go to the finish line.
They've got to put Sandalphon in this.
Yeah,
if they
okay.
don't put Sandalphon in this, it's literally putting leaving money on the table for sure. They got to put Sandalphon in this. What's his name? Lucilius probably as well. Hopefully would be in this. So yeah, I expect all of them to be in it.
It would be hard for me to resist buying Belial Abyss.
They also might put some of the relink characters, like the guy with the sword who's like really mad. I don't know, might be. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I think. I think they're gonna use the characters that they haven't used already that are super super popular that they should use, or perhaps they would use the new group of, because you know how Grand Blue Fantasy has like a group of 10 people every couple of years that show up. They're like the Eternals and the what have you, and then there's a new group of 10 that's like one of them is a dragon girl with big. Honkin' Hondas.
We've never gotten the Zodiac characters yet.
Yeah, that's what
that would be a huge deal.
That's what I mean. What's her name? The Zodiac Dragon Girl, Palia. Yeah, that girl.
You know, I was joking about it on Twitter a couple weeks ago. How much I missed Tiamat Omega, but also that I didn't want her back this soon. What if we do get her back? Oh boy.
Guys, I need you to go on Google Images and search up Payila on GBF. Holy God, they're like right in your face. God damn. If that's a dragon skin, that's printing money, brother. That's all I gotta say. Are you looking it up right now?
Yes, I am. What?
I want the rat. I want Vikala. I like Vikala a lot.
Oh, I also want to mention my swing for the fences prediction is they're going to reprint Gonda Goza and it'll save Dragon. So those are my two predictions.
That would work, yeah.
Now, while that could save Dragon, it would also be busted. I wouldn't want him back.
That's the point.
He's just terrible card design. Great card, love him.
Get context. Ganda Goza was just a big guy, 8 cost that just simply was rush on strike, deal like 9 cost, just rush on strike, deal like 8 damage to face. Just do
it would deal his
straight up burn face.
So to evolve, it was
evolve.
If you super evolve Ganda Goza, it would deal more damage and it would deal the strike damage.
Yeah. So he'd do like 12 because he'd go up to he'd do 13. Yeah,
you do 13. That's awesome. Can we do that?
That's a way to save Dragon. Sure. My prediction. Oh, go on.
No, I was just going to say, do one of you have the predictions? So, yeah, go talk.
My prediction is we're going to get Grand Blue Collab, Gacha Leader, exchange tickets, and fully animated. And my bigger prediction, though, is that we're going to go back to not just 2 exchange tickets, we're going to go back to 3 for the Grand Blue Collab.
I think the exchange ticket and fully animated is basically guaranteed because it is a full booster, but going to 3 is man.
Although it being a full booster, because even the classic Grand Blue Collab expansions, those weren't all Grand Blue. There was still older, just regular Shadowverse stuff, like normal Shadowverse stuff in those Grand Blue Collabs too. So it's not guaranteed to just be Grand Blue. It's probably going to be just Grand Blue for the exchange tickets.
But even the old ones were like 80% Grand Blue at least. So like
yeah.
What about you, Kaylin? What are your predictions?
Safe prediction would just be that funny enough, they're gonna just keep ignoring the fact that Abyss is one craft. So there's going to be a very clearly blood-themed leader and very clearly shadow-themed leader, both for Abyss. That is my safe prediction. That is assuming you get a leader set.
To expand on that, my additional prediction is that we're gonna have a bunch of Grand Blue leaders in the shop. Some of them are gonna be exchange tickets. There's gonna be a specifically blood/shadow in the shop, and then the respective other blood/shadow for exchange to cover both classes.
Oh boy!
So Abyss gets 2 leaders. One of them is gonna be exchange ticket.
And my swing for
Caleb,
the fences, absolutely crazy prediction is it's going to be a normal card pack. There will be no shop leaders, but the card pack has 7 exchange tickets in it and no alt arts.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
That would be so funny. We'd get so mad.
Oh, you guys are getting that. I think it's funny. Because I barely get exchange tickets as is, so it doesn't affect me.
I haven't gotten even one yet. I'm like a good 500 packs into this game.
That's
not even
funny,
one.
Dude. All right, that's our predictions. I guess let us know your predictions in the comments below. That will be our next viewer question. So yeah, let us know in your comments below what you think will be announced on this Shadowverse channel and what do you think is going to happen in the next set. But let's go to the last week's viewer question. In celebration of the Umamusume collab, I asked you, the viewer, what's the next collab you want to see? Crimson Knight says ReZero, as season 4 is soon. That's possible. Did we not get a ReZero sleeve? No, we did. We got a ReZero leader last time, didn't we? Rem and Ram?
Yeah, we did.
I totally
we got
forgot
Ram and Amelia, and
Amelia,
it was really weird at the time because we got the ReZero collab, and all 3 of the leaders had their English actresses already working in Shadowverse, doing other roles, but they just didn't have English voice acting. It was really
like a
quite
licensing
annoying.
thing.
Yeah.
Wait. ReZero season 4 is soon. We just had season 3 last year. Like, wait, we don't have to wait
that
5
last
years
year?
for
Are
season
you
4?
sure? Are you sure that was last year?
Pretty recently. It's pretty season 3 was pretty recently, yeah.
Damn. Well, I don't watch anime, so I don't know. And then next up, he also says Dream collab. I'd like to see Dungeon Meshi. That's pretty popular, isn't it? With that guy who like only wants to eat monsters and stuff.
Heck yeah.
That's a popular
He's
show.
also really good at singing.
Yeah. That could work. I think that could totally work. Because like I feel like the characters in that show are already kind of in the archetypes of Shadowverse anyway. So, and that makes sense.
Yeah, his predictions were like, say, Laios for Sword, Marcio for Rune, Senshi for Haven, Chilchuk for Force, and Farina's Dragon.
Pretty good.
I didn't watch much of Dungeon Meshi, but it is very popular and very comfy.
Next comment is from Nadabu, who says, my dream collab and also a likely one is Princess Connect. They had 2 Umamusume collabs, 2 Idolmaster collabs, and a Vanguard collab before Precon in Evolve. And the OG one didn't have Yui and Twinkle Wish, so maybe not as likely. I don't know. I think Princess Connect is likely. It's just so easy for them because they own it. So, like, it would be easy for them to do it.
I do think there is an asterisk on that with Crunchyroll having the global rights for Princess Connect, and that could get in the way of any collabs in Worlds Beyond.
I don't think that got in the way with the Princess Connect collab in Classic, though.
Yeah,
I think the game still running at the time, though?
Well, the Princess Connect collab in Classic was
Crunchyroll is already shut down. The Princess Connect Crunchyroll is already shut down, so...
No, it was at the time. I'm asking, during Ultimate Coliseum?
I'm the pre-Kone collab. I'm the pre-Kone expert here. So, in the Classic collab, the Princess Connect collab was before the English Crunchyroll version came out. So that was way before.
It came out, so definitely before it shut down.
The English version has been long shut down, but I also don't think Crunchyroll would have any bearing on... I highly doubt they'd have that contractual power over side games.
I think Crunchyroll, like, I don't know the details obviously, but I think Crunchyroll just licensed it, and they don't own the property at all, so it should be fine.
I also would like a pre-Kone collab. I doubt they would do I doubt they would do a full expansion for Princess Connect though, but I would like them to because pre-Kone does have enough characters now.
We already got all the Coliseum fighters, which was the other half of that expansion.
Oh, I just want to mention that Precone is having a collab with Shadowverse Evolve very soon. It would be cool to have that like tie in at the same time, right? Like have the Precone set in Shadowverse Evolve and Worlds Beyond at the same time. Yeah.
Could you imagine if we had a Precone collab expansion right after the Grand Blue one? Like that could be a bit. I'd be happy personally, but that might be a bit much.
Well, when's the Precone collab for Shadowverse Evolve coming out? Let me look it up.
Like December maybe.
It's coming out in January. Oh, we got time, bro.
We'll find out during this next Shadowverse channel stream if we're getting another story, but we could also just extrapolate that we're probably going to get one story chapter per character per expansion. So in 4 expansions, the 5th one from now will probably be story themed, because that will be the full-on Feast of Wolves story starting. That will be all 7 will have their origin stories done. Yeah, it'll be everyone together at once.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. And then finally, we got a comment from Pound Town Hound. Okay, that's pretty good. I want to see a Vocaloid collab. Give me more Miku. I second that, but only if they don't handle it like they handled it last
They don't make it a gacha collab.
Don't mess it up this time. A limited time gacha collab leader was miserable, dude. I spent money.
Listen,
I wailed for that one.
I know that Miku has been popular forever, but Miku stonks are way up, bro. She's in Fortnite now. Miku stonks are up. We gotta get Miku.
I need to get myself a Miku Uno deck. True.
True and real. So
Tanko, do you have any dream collabs in mind? Because I have one hell of an answer.
Well, you guys know my answer. Zombieland Saga.
Zombieland Saga.
The movie's supposed to be this year, right?
Game, so what's stopping them?
I'm sure it's gonna happen at some point, but like, I can't wait, dude.
Wait, isn't Zombieland Saga produced in conjunction with the District of Saga?
Yes.
Yeah. And they have
the permission from a governmental body to do it.
I don't think that would get in the way. The movie's supposed to be out this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dream collab would be I would have said HoloLive English up until we lost like 4 of the girls in the past 2 years. So now I'm changing my answer to Phase Connect. I want the mental asylum in the game. It would
not
be
happening.
Awesome.
That is
Why
not happening.
It can me. I want to be beautiful.
Bring in my Oshi Mumu, please. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah. So can I have Mari _EN space CH be a dragon leader because she's a fish?
My collab that might actually happen is Vispo, also a VTuber agency, but yeah, that might actually happen because it's in Japan and they have ties to side games in a way. So that would be nice. And also my dream collab that will never happen and that only I want is Halo Reach. Let me get that. Let me get Kat in with the needler stuck in her head. Let me get Emil as an abyss leader with the skull. Let's go,
Is
brother.
that any less likely than Street Fighter 5? Like, come on.
Well, I mean, Street Fighter's Japanese, so it would be much less likely, I guess. But yeah, get me Halo Reach, brother. Put that shit in Shadowverse. All right. Yeah, I think that's it for the episode. The only thing left is the viewer question, which I already mentioned. Guys, once again, leave it in the comments below. What are your predictions for the upcoming Shadowverse Channel stream and for Set 4 as a whole? And other than that, we'll see you guys next time we record an episode. Next week, I will still be in Japan, so you're going to have to stay with this audio. But then after that, I'm back, baby, so keep that in mind. You can find Lord Kalen on Discord and Reddit and X, and your summon sign is?
I guess it's in the park this week. I haven't been playing much Borderlands 4 because it's not as good as 3. You'll see me dancing in the park wearing this cute fit. Feel free. Never mind, can't say that.
And Tanko, you can find on Twitch and YouTube at SuchPettanko. And he'll be there playing Digimon for some reason.
You'll find me breeding my eggs in the breeding zone, in the breeding phase.
Don't say that. All right,
and that's still not as bad as what I almost said.
Bye, before this gets age restricted. Bye.
Bye.